Hi everyone, it's Tom back here today on Jurassic Collectibles with another Beast of the Mesozoic review. So these were kindly sent our way by David as well. As you can see, they are the Nestlings Amber. And these look like really awesome little figures. You can see you get 3 figures in different kind of poses, 3 display stands, some nice artwork, as you can see on the back there as well. And these may actually be my favourite items in the line so far. You can see these are 1/6 scale nestlings. They just look really awesome. So, we're going to cut the top open here. And pull these guys out. And I do want to pull out this card back because look at that. Look at that for a card back. How awesome. Let's get that to focus. How awesome are these guys? You've got the 3 nestlings and the little Beast of the Mesozoic logo up at the top. Really cool packaging on these guys. And actually, it's just a single plastic sleeve on the inside. Cool. So that has just gone back in like so. Cool. So you can see the nestlings are very much what you see is what you get. 3 bases, 3 figures. Pretty cool little combo package if you ask me. So we will cut these open. We've got one tumbling out already, but these are so freaking cute. Oh wow. Okay, so the idea with these is they are not as articulated. They're kind of stuck in their poses, but that's done deliberately to kind of make them... Actually, they do have a fair bit of articulation, you know. Let's take a look together. So here's the first one. You can see some absolutely fantastic detail for the scale. The way the colours blend here is gorgeous. And you even have got little opening jaws. I haven't seen paintwork this good at a Mattel figure at this scale. And that's not saying Mattel are bad, it's just saying this is a step above. You can see really gorgeous paint apps on the feathered arms. Lots of nice feathered texture throughout, including on the tail, which I have the right way around this time. And overall, a really cool figure. You can see a little hole there and 2 holes in the tail. And this one is kind of a sitting figure, but it does still pack in some articulation, so you can swivel the legs, swivel the arms, get some movement at the body, twist the head a bit, twist the tail, bend it up and down. Loads of articulation packed into these for such a small scale. And if we grab what I believe is the right one, I don't think the bases are the same, so I don't think it matters which base you use. We can plug his foot in, I assume. Is it just as simple as that? It looks like it is. Maybe, maybe not. Let's... Or does it go in here? Maybe it goes in here. No, do you know what? It definitely goes in that little foothold there. So you can kind of hook them onto the bullet point, onto the peg. There we go. That looks quite cool. So you can see, if we let the camera focus, the figure gets a really cool seated pose. And it actually looks pretty decent from both sides. You can see here, the ball joint almost looks like an egg underneath the figure. That's awesome. I really like that. That's a really charming, unique thing. I've not seen anyone do anything like this. And then we have the 2 which are standing. So we kind of have the one which I would consider the generic standing one, where you get a little bit more range of motion, the arms come out. I assume they come out on the other one, actually. They do as well. Wow. So much articulation packed into these smaller scale figures. I'm going to adjust my position here so I can get a bit closer. Just allowing that to try and focus. Look at that. So much detail packed into this for such a small scale, especially with the articulation. And you can see again the opening. If I can get a nail in there. There we go. The opening jaw. These are lovely. Oh wow. I was actually, I'll admit, when I got this parcel, so I got the Raptor, or the Sornitholestes, there we go, and these little guys in the same package. And I feel like anyone else would have been more excited about the Sornitholestes. But I was like, these little dudes, they look like my jam. And I think that probably boils down to the fact that I collect sort of smaller scale figures anyway. Oh, I've got to be careful. I nearly did some damage there. So this dude is struggling to fit on the ball joint a little bit. There we go. I think I got it. Maybe. Yeah, that feels good. Cool. So we can angle that ball joint. And these ball joints are basically just used to like hold them in place. So you can see there, if I rehook that. Again, David, if you're watching, if I'm doing this wrong, feel free to leave a comment down below and let people know. I think I'm doing it right, but you never know with these things. And I'm not the most intelligent person when it comes to posing action figures, I will confess. So, there you go, again. He wants to dive off of the stand, but that's cool. And these stands as well do have some paintwork on them. Not as much as some of the other ones, but a nice assortment of paintwork nonetheless. And you probably could pop that ball joint out to have a little bit of an easier go at putting it in, actually. Let's take a look at how it's posed on the packaging. Oh, so this is probably the one that's low down. That makes sense. So kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's going to work, I think. If we adjust that. I almost need like tweezers to hold the ball joint in place. So that feels like that's in quite good. And then maybe like that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to just basically be playing with my toys on camera for you for the next like 20 minutes or so. There we go. That's good enough. That'll do. That actually looks nice and dynamic as well. And then the last one is much the same. This little guy here. Again, I love how they're all in different poses. So this is like a standing one, but with the arms of the seated one. Yeah, same leg mold, I think, actually. This one's got holes in 2 feet. I don't think the other one did. Or maybe. Yeah, no, only this one's got holes in 2 feet. Interesting. So I guess this one is so I can choose how to pose it. Maybe get it like angled a bit. I mean, the thing is with these little ones, they're very, very solid. So you probably, and don't quote me on this, but you probably could pose them without the stands anyway. I think the stands are just a nice little inclusion that are there to kind of support them should you need it. And kind of get more dynamic poses going. I mean, like this one, we'll give it a go. Get that right. Get the head balanced a bit. You can see if I work with that, I could definitely get that posed, I reckon. But yeah, we're gonna slot this little dude on. It's kind of very fiddly to do on camera. I feel bad, you guys basically spent this whole time watching me trying to fit figures on bases. But there we go, that's almost in. I'm happy with that, we'll leave that like that. So, let's bring the camera down, zoom ourselves in a bit. There you have a look at the nestlings. I have to admit, I am pleasantly surprised with this pack. I was excited when it turned up, I thought it looked awesome. And having it in hand actually, these little dudes are really, really cool. You can see if I put that kind of backdrop there, they look awesome. So, that has been your look at the Nestlings pack from Creative Beast Studios. Do let us know what you thought in the comments down below. And as always guys, until our next video, take care and have a great week.